do you need?
I want to get inside the cemetery.
City authorities prohibited it.
What if Thaler canceled your debts?
Is that possible?
I bought your debts from him, but you must help me.
Here are the keys. Go inside where we lay the fresh ones, but if they kill you, don't return to haunt me.
Why is the cemetery shut?
Because the dead refuse to rest in peace. Fear not, they stay in their graves in sunlight. Someone should tend to them, though. Perhaps someone will offer a reward, but for now, no one seems bothered.
I'll deal with it when you agree to pay me. For now, farewell.
Think putting a dead body to rest is easy? Do what you will. Perhaps the watch captain will reward you.
Won't hurt to check.
What do you need?
Farewell.
What do you need?
Here's your key.
Learn anything?
I found Raymond's body in the crypt.
How? I spoke to him recently.
Now I'm sure. The leader of Salamandra, a mage capable of spinning illusions, is masquerading as Raymond.
Care to relax a little, handsome?
Only a little.
Depends. I'm open to suggestions.
Let's talk.
All right, we'll chat. But I'm counting on more.
Surprise me.
We know so little about love. It's like a pear, sweet and shapely. But try describing that shape without saying pear.
I'm no poet, but I can tell a peach when I see one.
A charmer? If this conversation carries on, I'll want some of that fruit.
Any work for a witcher?
Some men are troubling my girls. Take care of it and we'll compensate you. Generously.
I'll see what I can do. Where can I find these men?
There are 3 places they frequent at night.
Mark them on my map.
Get lost, buddy.
Leave that lady be.
Feel sorry for a whore?
Before you go, apologize for your bad manners.
You lost it, old man. Beat it before I cut ya.
When you've apologized, go see Captain Vincent. Tell him you're a criminal and a louse.
Draw your sword, Drifter. I never killed defenseless people.
Lost your chance.
At him!
Thanks for helping. They leave us alone now.
You're on your own?
You mad? Some local boys take care of us. They just couldn't handle those freaks.
I see.
What's it to be? 200 orens? Unless you'd rather collect another way.
I'm no materialist.
The good book says no service goes unrewarded. I'll make it known around town and amongst the working girls. We whores know how to show gratitude.
That's nice.
You're quite unique, but there's no shortage of frauds who'd pretend they're you. Let's agree you'll bring the girls flowers if there's any doubt.
That's how they'll know who I am?
For certain. I've never heard of a patron who gave flowers to a whore.
Many girls like you working in Vizima?
Plenty, but I'm the prettiest.
No doubt.
Nice to see you.
See ya.
I fancy fellas with character. I don't know how princesses imprisoned in towers show their gratitude when they're freed, but I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
I'll hold you to your word.
Who are you? What do you want?
I got to admit I walked in here out of sheer curiosity.
Curiosity breeds complication, as me mum used to say. May the soil lie lightly upon her. Though I'm curious why you bear 2 swords on your back.
I'm looking for work, and these are the tools of my trade.
You a mercenary? Must make good coin. Interesting. I have a proposition for you.
What did you have in mind?
I know of a house that contains a treasure, yet it is haunted, and I'd rather not bother with ghosts. I'll tell you where it is, you get rid of the lost souls, and the treasure we shall split in half.
Agreed.
Excellent. I'll mark the house on your map and wait here.
See ya.
I don't believe my eyes. Another fool seeking treasure.
I should have known.
Hey, boys. Found another goose to pluck. A fat one by his looks. Quickly, we'll tend to the elven lass later.
Just one thing.
What?
That was pretty stupid, hiring a witcher against yourself.
I thank you for the rescue, Vatgen.
Are you all right?
I don't wish to speak of it. And Tedesen, Terda. I know your language, but not well enough to. Please visit me at home later.
Farewell.
Vafail. Caedmil Vatgen.
Greetings. Sadly, I don't speak the Elder language.
Pity, White Wolf. Your language is like a stone axe. Ours like a beautiful Virilidan sword, light in the hand as you perform pilastras and crescent moon parries.
Would you teach me?
Learning requires time. A young mind can master our language in a few years, but learning pilastras...
I lost my memory. I may once have known your language.
If true, perhaps you won't need to learn it anew. I'll speak in Elven. Maybe you'll understand.
Let's try.
Esse Fenowed.
You are a sunflower? You are Fenowed, the sun child.
Fene means son, wed, child. Mikeme is Evon I Pont a Gwenelen.
You come from the land on the river of Alabaster Bridges.
Enkamina. Abeth mi Gwynblade.
You're right. And Kamina, a dearth of love. The final age, Ted Deret.
Abeth.
Transport services at the best prices.
Where do you go?
I ferry people from Vizima to the swamp and back.
Take me to the other side.
Times are wasting. Made up your mind? Ready to go?
How many times are you going to ask me that? To the swamp.
Who are you?
A witcher.
Well, well. I thought Leo Bonhart had disposed of your kind.
Never heard of him.
Nor will you again. We all, in this profession, eventually meet someone better than us.
What profession is that?
Bounty hunter. What brings you here?
I'm here about the notice.
Finally. Got the hides?
I'll return when I have the pelts.
I'll be here.
Who was Bonhart?
Old Leo was a legend. In some ways, he was like you. He killed without emotion. Just like you would kill a lame drowner. He was the best. Tall, slim, and one gaze from those empty eyes could break a man.
Was he a mage?
No. He slew some witchers. Those who riled the peasants. Magic tricks and witchers' reflexes proved useless against him.
But he's dead. As they say, he hit a harder rock than he was himself.
Yes. Take care, Witcher.
Farewell.
Hello, son.
I'm not your son, Gramps.
You guessed my name. They call me Gramps around here.
They call me all kinds of things. Mostly Geralt, or Scabbed Freak.
Well, people exaggerate. I don't see many scabs. No offense.
None taken. But I'm likely to earn some trekking through this swamp.
Yes?
I'm looking for work.
Ah, swords. I suspect I know the type of work you seek. Perhaps you could escort me to the chapel for my prayers. I'm old and no longer good at driving monsters off with my staff.
I was thinking about paying work, but all right, I'll take you there.
Clay pits. This is where those lunatics work.
Huh. They look normal to me.
Brickmakers pretend to be normal to strangers, yet they conceal their faith. Do you know those dimwits worship fish people?
People believe in the strangest things.
Yeah, but to worship slime-covered reptiles with bulging eyes... those Vodionoi can't even talk. You must communicate with them using objects.
Care to elaborate?
Humans communicate with fishoids by leaving objects on special altars. Each item has specific symbolic meaning and is read as an intention. The Vodionoi answer in the same manner.
What kind of objects?
Dunno, and I don't care. You need to speak with one of the worshippers. But brickmakers don't divulge their knowledge to potential blasphemers. 3 islands, they call this place. A plant called celandine flourishes here.
You know about herbs?
Well, I'm no herbalist, but I read much in my youth. For example, 2 doses of celandine combined with nasen salts produces a bomb that instills magic fear.
Useful.
Hordes of bloodsweegers inhabit the swamp. If you can get 2 doses of their blood, mix it with abomination lymph and echinopsis spores, you create a potion that Druids call Maribor Forest.
Know any other uses for herbs?
Damnable old age. I may remember later. Here we are. Thank you, son.
I'm not your son.
I like you. Visit me sometime. I'll show you my books, serve you some tea, and goulash. You're a witcher, yes? I met another of your kind recently, but he lacked courtesy. He demanded to know about the Circle of Elements.
Another witcher? What can you tell me about him?
Well, not much, son. He wanted about asking questions, and looking like one with a sour stomach.
I'm not so interested in that.
Yeah, I know. He feared something, or someone. Spent most of his time near the pits where those village idiots burrow in clay.
Thanks, Gramps. That helps.
Bup.
Greetings.
Greeting, my lord, greeting.
What's with you?
Not now, but when I was 6, a brick fell on me head. I was playing a game where you toss a brick in the air, counted 5 and ran so the brick wouldn't bop you. Never was good at counting. They say the brick made me stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If you need help getting somewhere, you come to the right place. See, eyes never get lost.
Then this must be my lucky day. Tell me about the swamp.
The swamp's wide and deep, with mosquitoes up your arse. Oh, they've been stinging lately.
Who lives here?
Living here, we got druids, brickmakers, lumberjacks, monsters, and mosquitoes, that's who. What do you want to hear about?
Tell me about the brickmakers.
Brickmakers is us. Just there. Straight on and there's the village. That's where you'll find the elders, so you need to oblige. We make bricks. Anything else you likes to know?
Where are the lumberjacks?
Lumberjack sticks to where they logs. Where else would they sticks?
So where exactly do they log?
Should have said that from the start. South of the Brickmaker's village. Best follow that path past the horrid cave till you see stumps.
How about monsters?
We got monsters, many. Will-o-wisps and mammons that keep a decent brickmaker from getting home when he's a bit tipsy. We got windwraiths and brownies with their little red caps.
Anything else?
Else we got mosquitoes.
Did I hear you mention mosquitoes?
Damn buzzing bloodsuckers. There's more every year. You'll find that most by the tower.
The tower?
Yeah, if you go straight west and then south by the hut, you're sure to reach the Mage's Tower. But it's shut, and there's nothing but blasted mosquitoes and some geelums there.
Where will I find the Druids?
That's the furthest nook in the forest, with beautiful trees and wild beasts sitting with druidins. That'll be straight southwest, but you needs to pass the loggers or take another path. Hard to say what.
Farewell.
A traveller from distant lands. He has lost something he now seeks.
What shall I call you?
Vaska, the village eldress.
Geralt. Witcher. What do the villagers do?
We mine clay and produce bricks.
I see none working.
Hard times. Speak. What do witchers do?
We solve problems.
Want to ask something?
Has another Witcher been here? Berengar?
He has, asking different questions about those alchemies. The alchemist Kolkstein must have sent him. Then we happened upon his gear in a clay pit, covered in blood.
Thanks, Vaska.
White-haired one. There were signs of fighting there, and not with monsters. He was attacked by men. Beware of flaming lizards and dry ones. I need you alive.
Do you have monster problems?
Indeed. Creatures have made nests in the clay pits.
What are they like?
As if drowned, then resurrected.
Drowners. I can finish them.
We're poor folks. I can pay no more than 50 orens.
That's enough. Where are they?
Towards the landing, but take the other road at the fork. At its end you'll spot our tormentors. I will fall on my face into dust. The lords approach like rising waters.
Hey.
They ascend like kings to the throne.
You want a thrashing?
I call thee from the depths. Come!
What the hell?
For I tell thee, who is above the lords? Want to ask something?
I've killed the drowners.
You showed us mercy, yet I deceived you. I can offer no money, but you cannot leave unrewarded. Take this amulet. It's Kezath, the symbol of mercy.
Will do.
Wonderful. Now we prepare for the coming of the lords.
Who are these lords?
We worship them and receive the grace of those from the eternal deep.
I keep thinking of the fish people, Vodunoi.
How dare you! Those names offend the lords. The water lords and I.
Kolkstein, an alchemist, claims you know about the tower's mage and its sentry.
A powerful sorcerer once lived in the swamp, an apprentice his only companion. All changed when a woman entered his life.
A fairy tale beginning.
But the end differs, for a wicked woman she was. He fulfilled all her wishes and she took advantage of his might.
Who was the woman?
Unimportant.
I'm listening.
Blind love spelled the mage's demise. He called upon forces he could not control and died.
What about the guard?
The mage's lover could tell fortunes, and the mage created a deck of extraordinary tarot cards. He illustrated a future event on each card.
And?
Golems guarded the mage's dwelling. Those spared the ravages of time survive at the cemetery, where they remain motionless.
One of them is the guard?
Yes, the most powerful golem acted as sentry. The tower card depicts how the golem can be revived. In turn, this will open the tower anew. Take this card. I no longer need it. The water lords and I.
Let's discuss a job.
Please help. One of our children is missing. The boy has always returned quickly until now.
Perhaps the water beast ate him.
Blasphemy. The Druids must have him to transform into a dryad.
All right, I'll look for the boy.
What is it?
Aren't those wyverns?
Wyverns, indeed.
How did you master them?
Tamed them through hard work. I guarantee they're not drugged or their wings clipped. See for yourself.
Any accidents?
Only the fool who tried to brush a wyvern's teeth.
I see.
Any other questions?
I seek a boy missing from the brickmaker's village.
I've not seen him.
The brickmakers claim you changed children into dryads.
Fools! Only adults are accepted here. Children would only trouble us. As for dryads, ask them yourself.
Farewell.
Gwynblade.
Gwynblade. What's that mean?
White Wolf.
You know me?
Your name precedes you.
You may know more than me. I remember nothing of my past.
Some things are better forgotten. Nevertheless, I do feel sorry for you.
Can you help?
Sadly, no. Perhaps my sisters from Brokilon could help, but they are far away.
Tell me about Brokilon.
Brokilon is the Dryad homeland, a wilderness untouched by humans. Those surrounding Brokilon wish to claim our forests, and thus humans and Dryads fight continuously along the borders.
Who is winning?
Our archers are matchless, but how long can we resist the brute force that rendered humans the world's rulers?
So you agree with the elves and dwarves fighting for independence?
Those children? They have long forgotten the struggle's meaning, craving blood and revenge, having only contempt for humans. They fail to see they begin to resemble the humans themselves. We merely defend our home, Gwynblade, and have no ambition of driving humans into the sea.
Why don't you reach a compromise with the humans?
Ha! You treat concessions as weaknesses and believe acts of goodwill are traps. You will never accept our otherness.
What are you doing here?
'Tis a secret. Though I'm taking the chance to visit this grove of old, beautiful trees.
I seek a boy. The brickmakers claim Druids seized him to transform him into a Dryad.
Only girls can be Dryads, no boys here.
Just wanted to make sure.
I would show you where young Dryads come from, but...
Yes?
I wish to remain faithful to the Brokilon tradition. We only take in men to procreate, and just the strong and agile. We want the girls born of their seed to inherit their father's fortitude.
I've been accused of many things, but lack of physical prowess is not among them.
I believe you. But the ritual requires a man to prove himself a skilled hunter. Bring me a wolf's pelt. You have proved yourself a skilled hunter. Yet one obstacle remains.
What's that?
Witchers are sterile. We Dryads don't acknowledge intimacy without procreation.
Intimacy without procreation can be good.
How?
Sex relieves stress, improving body and mind.
We Dryads must be vigilant and agile to defend our home. And my body demands love.
Would you like to be with me?
Yes, for the day.
Come.
Listen, I've received news that my children in Vizima have fallen sick. I'd like to go back and be with them, but that means I wouldn't make enough for us to survive the winter. So I'd really like to sell some of my old stuff before I go. Interested?
Show me what you have.
Well, nothing special. A piece of red ore, a flask of alcohol and a silver ring I inherited from my father. I can throw in a formula for truly reliable hangover medicine. All this for only 200 orins. So it's a deal.
Give my greetings to the children.
You can be sure I will.
God's bless.
Who are you?
Geralt the Witcher, a friend.
And we'll see.
And you?
Yaren. I speak for the lumberjacks.
Can we talk?
Speak.
Are you responsible for the logging?
No, we scare off woodpeckers. Of course we're responsible. We're lumberjacks.
Work for yourselves or someone else?
We're independent, though we secure orders from merchants like Luvarden. We get weeks of work and a decent return.
Don't you fear working in such a dangerous area?
These men need the gold, so they take the risk. You can't have pork if you don't kill the piglet.
Do these trees have special value?
The remains of a primeval forest. Rare species. They make excellent wainscoting.
You the chief lumberjack?
Yes. Without me, these lazy lads wouldn't know when to piss. Him with a moustache. No matter what I do, he still pisses in his boots.
I see you keep a tight rein.
With danger around, you need discipline. I rule with an iron fist, so they can return home safely. Most will.
Get along with the locals?
Nothing but a bunch of deviants. The brickmakers babble about their lords in the underwater world, and the Druids don't like the trees being felled.
Any jobs for a Witcher?
Despite the danger, the beasts leave us alone.
So nothing?
Perhaps. for someone willing to take a risk.
I'm listening.
But the Begatic plant should be blooming in the swamp.
I understand it's valuable.
The drug it makes is. Collect some blossoms and we could both earn a little.
I wade through mud, face danger, then we split the profit?
You don't know what Begatic looks like, nor where to sell it.
Okay, let's play herbalist.
Great. Begatic blossoms look like red orchids. Clumps grow throughout the swamp. Sell them to the ferryman. Ask those living in the swamp if you can't find any.
I'll deliver the flowers to the ferryman as soon as I find them.
This will be my home.
Is that skull and brain human?
Yes.
And the meat?
That too.
Plates. A mug.
Now, don't get agitated. Listen to my reasons.
What reasons might a cannibal have?
You look pale. Care to eat something?
Why do you eat human flesh?
Well, I enjoy it. It has health-giving qualities, and it tastes like chicken. A pound of human flesh provides the equivalent of...
Spare me.
Well, you asked. I do follow certain rules. For instance, I never consume children.
Truly praiseworthy.
Well, no need for sarcasm. Well, occasionally I polish up a druid or a brickmaker, but I especially savour elf meat. It's aromatic, naturally infused with scents of roots and spices.
What about dwarf meat?
Well, veiny and stringy. I believed I tasted it once, but in truth I'm unsure it was dwarf meat. To my embarrassment, I was forced to fight a drowner for it. The bloody scrap that was my share had little to identify it.
Enough.
As you wish, I'll say no more.
You don't deserve to live.
Well, you can always kill me, but I'm of greater use alive. I've vast knowledge and I know this swamp well. I could be of assistance to you.
Die, monster.
The Water Lords and I.
The Druids didn't take your boy. If I find him, I'll see to his safe return.
The boy is gone. A warning to all. We must prepare.
Prepare for what?
The Water Lords and I.
Farewell.
What do you want?
Yaron sends his greetings. I have the herbs.
Finally.
Here, 5 Begatic blossoms, as agreed.
400 orans and give my best to Yaron.
I'll be sure to.
What do you want?
I'll find you later.
What is it?
I'm here about the notice.
Finally. Got the hides?
I do. 10 wolf pelts.
Wonderful. The title of Royal Jägermeister will be mine. Else, I'll become a mercenary.
Farewell.
Speak.
The ferryman paid me for the herbs.
About time.
Here's your share.
Real pleasure doing business, Witcher.
Likewise, Yaron.
Speak.
Any jobs for a Witcher?
Listen, monsters have made the route to Vizima difficult, and those fish people are bothering me.
You want me to clear the road and get rid of the Vodianoi?
Yes. We're low on supplies. Trouble isn't the word for it if you don't get rid of them quickly. I'll pay generously.
Tell me more about these monsters.
Mainly drowners, bloodswagers, echinopse.
Where do I find the fish people?
Near the brickmaker's village, but only at night.
Shouldn't be a problem. The tree fellers grow uneasy about the Vodianoi.
Vodianoi?
The lumberjacks think the water lords threaten them.
The Water Lords grant mercy to those who recognize the truth of their mission. The woodcutters have naught to fear.
I'll negotiate with them, but I'll need your help.
The woodcutters should lay down their weapons as a sign of peace. Offer their leader's axe unto the Water Lords. Humble yourself before them. If the Lords see no falsity in your heart, they will lift you up, and the woodcutters need fear no more. But first, you must last the night in a sign of humility.
Okay.
The Water Lords and I.
How do I communicate with Vodianoi?
We know little of the Lord's language. We communicate through objects we conceal in the altar. We receive answers after a Lord has visited.
Where's the altar?
By the oven, between the clay pits.
Why do you worship the fish people?
Speak with reverence about the Lords.
Sorry.
We believe the world emerged from the waters which will engulf the world once more. The dry lands birthed all evil. The Water Lords are divine beings who have retained ancient wisdom, but beneath them lies the one God, the creator of all, the dweller of the deep, the one who will come in anger.
What kind of god is he?
A god above all gods. I cannot speak of him with the uninitiated.
Why do you place items on the altar?
You are not one of us. Contact the Lords and acknowledge their power.
Yes, I wish to believe.
You can gain favor by placing plants on the altar as sacrifice.
What else do you leave?
Brews and incense. When placed on the altar, our ill recover miraculously.
What else?
Avoid gifts unpleasing to the Lords. All that harms life-giving waters.
I'll be careful.
All trappings of dry land signify resentment.
Farewell.
Speak.
The Brickmaker's Eldris claims you can negotiate with the Vodianoi.
Negotiate? Are you daft?
It's worth it, if only to avoid revenge for the massacre you're asking for.
What am I supposed to do? Croak like a frog?
Give me your axe. I'll take it as a sign of peace.
You're testing me. But we'll take the chance.
I'll take the axe to the fish people and return with their response.
Speak.
I've cleared the road to the landing. It's safe.
I knew I could count on you. And the fish people?
The Vodianoi accepted your sacrifice and gave an amulet in return. The fish people should leave you alone now.
Your reward, Witcher.
Welcome to the Druids' Grove, traveller.
Greetings.
Marvellous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a Witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
What can you tell me about your kind? What makes you elves tick?
Let us pray beneath the trees, for the trampled heather, for blood that has been shed, for fate that has been destroyed.
I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
For death inflicted by sword, for the pain of others and our own.
I'm looking for Witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favor. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a Witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
About the tower.
Yes?
Vaska helped me locate the tower tarot card. It describes how to wake the sentry.
Let's see this card. Interesting. Much depends on interpretation, but I think I understand. Alchemists find it easier to understand other alchemists.
Enlighten me.
The sentry can only be woken if it's near the tower, which it is, and by using a lightning rod.
A lightning rod?
The drawing depicts a man in a crown, a reference to King Herman the Mad?
Who's Herman the Mad?
Herman used to ascend a tower during storms and insult the gods. A hostile faction carried out a coup by removing the lightning rod from the tower.
An interesting story.
You'll need a device that attracts and conducts lightning. Put plainly, a solid metal rod. A good smith should be able to forge one for a decent price.
What next?
Yes, we'll need a thunderstorm, but I have no idea how to make Mother Nature cooperate.
I'll think of something.
When you have everything, attach the lightning rod to the sentry. Energy from the lightning bolt will revive the golem.
What next?
No idea, but you'll manage. If you kill the golem, you'll be able to make a rare potion requiring his heart. Here's the formula.
We'll see.
Geralt, I was wondering if you'd care to join the Order.
Well...
Before you say no, let me give you some details.
All right.
Allow me to draw your attention to a few important matters. Primo, the Order was created to serve humble folk. Secundo, anyone can join, peasant, nobleman, or witcher. Tertio, Knights of the Order enjoy many privileges.
I've heard enough.
Quarto, Knights of the Order pursue monsters. What do you think?
No thanks.
Oh, woe is me. Will no one help me?
Why the grief?
My husband haunts me. What do I do?
Haunts you? In your bedchamber?
My late husband haunts me.
Tell me more. Maybe I can help.
My husband died a month since, and now haunts me in my home, wailing nightly. But the worst thing is,
I'm listening.
Worst, he flies around the cemetery at night shouting lies about me. Doubtless tongues are wagging already. Set him straight, I beg you.
It will cost you 200 orens if I succeed.
Oh, that's a hefty sum, profiting off someone else's misery. Well, deal with him and I'll pay.
Where will I find you when I'm done?
I'm here every day at noon.
Why can't I collect payment when I want?
Are you daft? My husband flies around ruining my reputation. I'll not be seen in the company of a killer.
So long.
Speak softly, or someone will spot us together.
I've dealt with your husband.
Have you proof?
You didn't mention proof. I want my gold.
You're depriving a widow of her pittance.
Quiet down. Aren't you afraid of being seen in the company of a witcher?
Damn you! Take your gold and be gone.
Human come to see a non-human. You need something?
I'm not entirely human. And yes, you might have something I need.
Malcolm Stein. Not a better blacksmith in all Vizima.
Nice workshop. You must be proud. But where's your equipment?
They took it! Those sons of bitches! Now I must rent if I want to work.
Thieves?
No, worse. Damn city officials. Slap me with taxes on running a non-human business. Trading in non-human goods. How the hell do they imagine I'll forge things for humans? I'm a bleeding dwarf. Strange coincidence, too. That character connected with the Order recently acquired new Mahakaman anvils, strangely similar to my own.
Will you sell me your wares?
Zoltan praised you, so we can trade. If you care to buy something, see my apprentice. I do the forging and handle special orders.
Would you make me a lightning rod? A long metal.
I know what one is. We used them in Mahakam when humans still prayed to storms. You haven't learnt much about lightning rods since.
Can you make a lightning rod?
Are you trying to offend me, or can't you control what you say? I can, for 50 orens.
Deal.
Come back later. Need something?
The lightning rod?
It's ready. 50 orens.
50 orens, like we agreed.
What brings you here?
I have a message for you from Yevon.
Yevon? I don't need to read it. I know what he wants. Witcher know that whether elf, human or dwarf, they all want the same thing.
Power.
My distant cousin Rudolph is a shepherd. His entire life he has driven 300 sheep from one place to another. He's the master of their life and death. Somehow I don't envy him.
Brilliant response.
Return later, after I prepare my answer to Yevon. What brings you here?
Have you finished your answer to Yevon?
Yes, here it is. The elf will surely reward you.
Let's hope you're right.
What is it?
I can't find Yevon. What happened to him?
He left to join other elves in the swamp.
Where can I find him?
I wouldn't know.
Ah, Witcher.
You've been busy. A training camp?
We must train to fight effectively.
Really think this band of warriors can accomplish something?
Can a few stones turn into an avalanche? Can an entire city burn down from just one spark? No need to answer. We both know the truth. Yes.
What are you preparing for?
None of your concern, Witcher. But you're no fool. Think hard. Perhaps you'll figure it out.
An uprising against humans? What if I inform the authorities?
Correction. We aim to win the war we're fighting, not start an uprising. And worry about your informing on us? A non-human yourself? Humans will take you no more seriously than they do us. And even if they do listen, we are prepared. So well, in fact, that nothing can stop us. Vizima will burn soon.
I hope I'll be far away when it begins.
Knowing you, we'll doubtless meet in battle. Question is, which side will you choose?
My own.
Naive as a child, you'll find it impossible to remain neutral in a war.
Time will tell.
Yes.
I have Vivaldi's response.
He sends words, not gold. I suspected as much.
So my effort was in vain?
Quite the contrary, Witcher. Vivaldi either will not or cannot help us. Crucial information regardless. Did he say why he refused?
I suppose he advocates peaceful reform, struggle within the limits of the law.
Vivaldi's an intelligent player. Do you really think he believes that possible? Imagine the Temerian gentry and King Foltest returning lands they took from us with fire and sword. Imagine them accepting non-humans as equals.
Humans are intruders. We aim to win back our world.
What do you mean?
Some of our greatest died combating humans. First when your kind arrived in these lands, then recently when we again concluded we couldn't abide mankind's tyranny. Have you seen fenoued flowers? You couldn't find one because you can't distinguish it from common plants.
You're blinded by hatred. I've picked fenoued.
Show me. I sense it will be something amusing. You do know fenoued. I thought wrongly about you.
Not entirely. I know few of the local plants.
I can describe Marigold.
Ow! Geralt? By the eternal fire, it's good to see you.
What happened?
An Echinops thorn pains me under my greave. I fear I cannot walk. We were seeking the golem burial ground. Some fool, may the eternal fire illuminate the darkness of his mind, was ranting on about mosquitoes and golems when the cursed plant shot me with its thorn. Ouch!
You should get someone to dress that wound.
No time for trivial matters. Elves and hawkers are dealing at the burial ground. My duty was to eliminate the hawkers and the Scoia'tael, chopping off all the Hydra's heads in one fell swoop.
Guess the Hydra got a reprieve.
It was a direct order from the Grand Master. Help me. I'll appoint you commander of my unit.
I'm a Witcher, not a soldier.
I believe in you, Geralt. Nothing occurs without cause. The eternal fire has given you both honor and responsibility.
Don't get excited, Siegfried.
We truly need your assistance.
Wait here. I'll look around.
What is it?
You Druids control nature's forces, right?
No, we cannot. Rather, we live by its rhythms.
You train wild animals, and you can stir up a storm?
No, I mean yes, but not by force.
Well, I need a tempest with thunder and lightning. Can you create one?
I can, but as I said...
I'll pay. Call it a donation toward the prevention of further devastation of the environment.
500 orens.
That's too much.
Things are getting more expensive, and we have to live somehow.
500 it is.
Come back when you're ready.
Here's 500 orens. I await my storm.
It's no easy feat. I'm no common mage, harnessing storms with absurd stone posts.
What posts?
Anyone magical can activate the 3 stone posts at the golem burial ground. They attract lightning.
Maybe I can use the posts to wake the golem.
Fortunately, that creature stands beyond the post's range. Experimenting with nature's forces can only bring misfortune.
How are the posts activated?
Touch them while intending to attract a storm. But danger abounds. A careless instant can cost your life.
I'll be careful. Farewell.
I know your intention, Witcher, and I would prepare. Imbibe some of those potions, for you'll need them.
A Witcher without potions is half a Witcher druid.
Yes?
I have the autopsy results.
And?
I couldn't conclude anything.
How's that?
How do I put this? I mistook one vial for another and poured some caustic crap on the corpse. We couldn't draw any conclusions from what remained.
None? None at all?
Not a one. Come on, Raymond. Everyone makes mistakes.
I need to think. Come back later. Here at last. Listen, I got it all figured out. Kalkstein and Ramsmeet were associates. I have irrefutable evidence.
What do we do with that information?
We set a trap, though it might be dangerous. Gather your equipment and come back later.
All right.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about the commander of the Royal Guards.
I saw him in town some time ago, busy bashing perverts.
How come?
What don't you understand? Everyone knows the Guard commander hates anyone he can call deviant.
Everyone knows, but few care.
Yes?
I'm ready for Ramsmeet.
Good. He leads Salamandra's armed force. You have to kill him.
Won't be easy, but I'll try.
Yes?
Good news. You'll be happy, Raymond.
You killed Ramsmeet?
He won't be bothering us anymore. But that's not it. We'll nab Javed soon. I have a plan. Your family will be avenged.
So, what's your plan?
I wanted to take care of this alone, but if you're willing to help...
Of course I am. You're paying me, after all. Besides, we're friends now.
Yes. Friends. Now, since we've defanged Javed by getting rid of Ramsmeet, let's plan what he and Kalkstein want so much.
And that is?
The secret's inside the Swamp Tower. I know how to open it, and I'd like you to do something.
Of course. What?
Come with me to the swamp, and when I open the tower, take the secret books, hide them away from me. We can't let them fall into Javed's hands.
Right. When do we go?
Now.
We need to secure what's hidden in the tower. All the books and scrolls. Bait for our target.
Just one thing missing. I have yet to unlock the tower door.
That's where I come in. This stone is the key to the tower, or part of the key. You make sure you get Kalkstein interested, like we agreed. Aren't you eager to learn the truth?
I'd rather stay focused. Should I get the book from the tower?
Yes, hurry. We can't let Kalkstein get ahead of us. I hope that murderer swallowed the bait.
I think I made sure of that.
You'll soon learn the truth. Excited?
More than you think. Just one question. Where did you get the idea to assume Raymond's identity?
Clever. From you, of course. He was getting close and you trusted him. I would have been foolish not to take advantage of the situation.
Did you forget it would put you face to face with a Witcher? Well, I'd be foolish not to take advantage of this situation. Enough chatter. Now kindly lead me to where you've hidden the items stolen from Kaer Morhen.
command, Master. I listen and obey as a genie would.
Professor, cut the crap and get him.
You see, Witcher, too much water around for Azar to feel comfortable. Fire mage is limited. He needs me to do the wet work.
Good. 2 worms with 1 stone.
Azar, you fool! Let the Witcher get the better of you. You nearly got me killed.
Silence. Back to the base of the trade quarter. Hurry before he recovers.
We shall meet again, freak.
All felt the battle in the swamp was the beginning of events that would soon rock Temeria. Sensing the approaching conflict, both sides were eager to test the enemy. A routine skirmish between patrols erupted into a regular battle. Led by unwavering faith, the Knights of the Order showed greater determination and emerged victorious. The Scoia'tael learned that freedom could only be achieved by shedding blood, their enemies and their own. Azar excluded me from the battle. When Triss woke me, heaps of bodies appeared before my eyes. It was the last time I was able to avoid taking sides.